All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 646. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who also had a fantastic last quarter, Wombat.
Yeah, the best in American history. Stabber.
I don't know if you knew what I was referring to there. I was referring to the
follow
video
these.
game companies having the good quarter.
Oh, I was talking about like the rest of the country that had the worst ever.
Oh, no, that's, yeah. Hey, it works multiple ways, really. But the video game companies are doing very well. EA had a record, quarter, and I'm sure Activision's not doing too bad either. So welcome to the show, everybody. Shipwreck, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I haven't quite done all the math on how my last quarter was, but I'm all right currently.
Right. We all have jobs still.
Yes, knock on everything. Although my company won some awards today, so that was exciting.
What kind of awards?
GLAD awards.
Like the trash bag?
Yes, they won trash bag awards.
For being two ply? Is that what the award was?
3.
But people want to know what your shirt says, Wombat.
Well, I'll show you. This is the very rare. You can see it's a Rockstar Game shirt. This is the Baseball Fury shirt that they mailed to the press. Oh, I have to stand up.
Wait, what was it? Shipwreck? What did he say?
It's the shirt from the Warriors.
It's from the Warriors game.
Gang. It was called the Furies.
Yeah, the baseball, the gang that dresses up like baseball players. It's from when the Rockstar released that game and they mailed T-shirts to people.
Wait, this is from the Warriors game?
Yes, it's how old the shirt is.
Do you ever retire these shirts?
Well, this shirt is cool. It has the whole thing on the side. I like this one a lot.
Okay.
So this one doesn't get retired because it's
cool.
I actually rarely wear it because I like how it looks. This is more like a collector's item.
Right.
It's special for the show.
I appreciate it. It's killing valuable time.
My goodness.
No, I mean, hey.
Is that your favorite gang from the Warriors?
I do like the Baseball Furies.
Okay.
I don't know. I watched the Warriors once and I wasn't impressed. Maybe I was not in the right mood or something, but
maybe it's not it's okay.
I feel like it's a poor man's Clockwork Orange.
No, it's the baseball players look like the Clockwork Orange guys, though.
Right. That's what I mean, though. You got gangs, and it's a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a movie with potential. Was it Walter Hill, I think, directed that?
Yeah, whatever. Maybe I'll watch it.
48 hours after.
Maybe Ty will like it.
I think it's no.
Yeah.
No. We're trying to debate, speaking of Ty, we're trying to debate if we should watch Terminator 2, if and when. I mean, we're going to watch it, but...
He saw Terminator 1, right?
But Terminator 2 is more intense by a lot.
It's more intense, but it's not necessarily any more sweary or naked.
Here's the difference. Here's Terminator 1 is.
Here's the difference, in my opinion, and I haven't seen it for a long time, but in my memory, you see a lot of people die very violent deaths, not just random people, but characters you get attached to, that
I will tell you
that you feel sorry for.
I was 1 year older than Ty, right? Because that movie came out in 92.
Yes.
When I saw that movie in a dollar theater.
Okay, and you were 13.
Yeah.
And they let you in?
It was weirdly, oddly enough, a rainy day camp trip. They took us.
Wow.
They took us to see. In hindsight, this is a terrible idea, but it was the best movie I had seen maybe ever prior to that. So
yeah, I mean that would be pretty exciting. I mean, I know that Ty's can. I think Ty just needs a little more time.
A little more seasoning.
Yeah, he gets very upset at everything. So I just remember the guy putting the his metal spike hand through the milk carton while the mom is drinking.
On the phone.
And I'm like, he's not going to want to see somebody's mom get impaled through the milk carton.
That's true. That's true.
What's going on? Is this a professional operation or what?
I don't know. That was my daughter asking me if I wanted popcorn.
Well, yes. Where's the popcorn? Did you take any?
No.
Oh. What is it? Just plain popcorn, or
I don't know. Don't have kids.
she probably didn't wash her hands. Probably infested popcorn.
Maybe try a different Arnold movie with Ty.
A different Arnold movie?
Yeah.
Like what?
Kindergarten Cop.
Running Man?
I don't. True Lies, maybe.
True Lies.
No,
Twins.
too many boobies in that.
There's no boobies in True Lies.
There's a lot of sex talk and
there is a lot of sex talk.
Booby action. Oh, there's a fly in here. God damn.
Last Action Hero it is then.
I don't want to watch that.
No, you don't. I tried to rewatch that movie recently when it was on TV. I did not make it very far. I'm like, maybe it holds up. Maybe it's better than I remember. No, it's pretty bad. It's a bad movie.
Commando, maybe. We watched the trailer for Commando.
Commando is the first R-rated movie I ever saw.
Wow. We're learning a lot about your movie experiences.
Right. Yes.
Is it at camp?
It was not. It was at a sleepover.
That was at a temple, actually.
It was at a sleepover, and
kindergarten at temple.
I was the only kid at the sleepover that had never seen Commando.
And so they tied you to a stake.
And they're like, "Hey, we're gonna watch Commando," and I'm like, "I don't know what that is," because I was young. This is like 1987-ish, maybe.
Right.
And I'm 10. And they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna watch Commando. It's awesome." And it did freak me out a little bit. But then again, I was 10, 11. So.
And the other one was the first one you saw in the theater?
Yeah, that was the first R-rated movie I saw in the theater.
That's funny. Mine was it was also an Arnold movie. It was Total Recall.
That's the only thing that was out in theaters around that time.
Yeah. And I remember I was like, this is it was pretty fucking exciting, actually, to go see that in the theater. I mean, that's a good first R movie. I mean, there's
Arnold has a pretty good R-rated movie run there. He's got like Commando, Predator, Total Recall.
But Total Recall was like, they put a lot of money into that. That's when
Terminator
they knew,
2.
like, you make a movie with Arnold, you're going to make money. So just put all the money into it.
Yeah. Well, Total Recall, yeah, it's part of the Verhoeven, right? That's Verhoeven too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Part of the Verhoeven trilogy with RoboCop.
Well,
and Showgirls?
Right, but those movies are not related as far as I know, other than they have the same director.
They have the same director. It's
so I don't know if that's a trilogy that makes it a trilogy.
That and Starship Troopers. Actually, it's Starship Troopers, Total Recall.
That definitely doesn't make it a trilogy then. He's named 4 things.
Total Recall, Starship Troopers, and RoboCop are thematically very similar movies.
What happened to Showgirls? Showgirls was here a couple minutes ago.
I know. Showgirls is not thematically similar, unfortunately.
They're good movies, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those are all fine movies.
Yeah.
We forgot to talk about something last week, and you guys don't even know this because you don't listen to the show. But so I actually recorded something after and stuck it on after the show, after the next day. We forgot to talk about Long Island Retro. And I want to make sure we talk about it before I forget again, because it's next Saturday. So not this Saturday, but next the 8th, I believe. And we're doing a live 15-year CAGcast special, which features a video that's made by Shanafan to commemorate our 15 years of CAGcast that none of us have seen and that we will watch live for people to watch our reaction to.
Okay. I'm down for that.
Shanafan said to me, he said, if Wombat doesn't cry during this, then he's not a man, or something like that. I forgot what he said, but
I'm sure I won't.
That's what I said. I remember what I said to Shanafan when he told me that. But he definitely made it seem like it's an emotional type video. So actually later in this show, we're going to test my technical capabilities to see if I can stream a video while we all watch it, and then and that you guys can see it too. You guys meaning Shipwreck and Wombat and the audience,
but not the people watching on Twitch.
Everybody. Well, yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. Wow.
Everybody dance now.
No, I'm talking about the test now. I'm talking about doing
everybody test now.
The technical challenge was to be able to show a video that the audience can watch, but also that Shipwreck and Wombat can also see.
Even Freedom Williams?
I don't know if he's available. Anyway, we're going to test that later when we talk about something. I have a video prepared. Exciting.
Everybody test now.
Yeah, and shout out to my buddy Craig Skitsmas, who I bothered. You know, he's got a new podcast. He's got a new podcast. He realized that his last name is hard to say, so he's got a new podcast, and it's called Craig Skits, because you can't like remember that. I think I'm hoping make sure I got that right. Anyway, I bothered him on the phone today because I couldn't figure out how to show the video, and he gave me a great solution. So you should definitely listen to his podcast, his new podcast, because he helped me, and he's a nice guy. And I think I might be on it in the near future. All great reasons. The first episode has the Angry Video Game Nerd on it. You know the Angry Video Game Nerd?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, he's pretty popular still.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the few guys, actually, that was popular at the dawn of YouTube before YouTube was monetized, and is still like incredibly popular.
The bad thing about him is all the copycats that were not
him
angry in a nice spirited way, the same way that he was.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He was clever angry, and then there's other guys who thought the joke was, hey, let's just be angry. That's the joke. And
that's I like the Angry Video Game Nerd. Angry Video Game Nerds is not so much in my wheelhouse.
Right. You like the proper noun.
Right.
Angry Video Game Nerd. Got it. Well, he's the first guest on Craig's new podcast, so you should check that out.
Good.
I listened to most of it. There you go. It was good. And I got name dropped, so that made it really good. We talked about that. Oh, so the point is, buy your tickets to Long Island Retro's Uplink, which is next Saturday. You go to liretro.com to buy tickets. It's like $10, and you get access to like 50 live panels. They have a lot of guests this year, a lot more than previous years. It's a really big lineup. I'm sure if you know who we are, you're going to know who most of the people are. So go to liretro.com and watch us next week. It's going to be fun. Saturday night. I mean, don't you want to spend Saturday night with us?
Yeah. Yes.
Our wives don't, so it works out well for everybody.
My wife's going to the cabin.
Nice.
Wow. So just you?
It'll just be
And
me.
You're gonna meet up the next day, though.
Yeah. Well, actually, as soon as we get done recording, I'm
Get the
here.
fuck out of there.
He has a Jetsons car now?
You can hear Shipwreck peel out right after the show if you stick around. If you go to liretro.com. All right. So there's no show feedback, Wombat? That's what you're trying to tell me?
I have it right here, you pain in my ass.
Oh, okay.
There was only 3 comments, so I'm not cutting and pasting 3 things.
Right.
At Daniel Nielsen has to say, the coming console generation is in a super weird place. Nintendo is doing their own thing and has been for years now. Sony is the only one competing in a hardware race. Microsoft doesn't care if you buy their hardware as long as you're in their ecosystem. The showcase was for Game Pass, not Series X. When people ask what console to buy, I honestly can't recommend either. Sony and Microsoft have shown nothing from their new systems. While Sony did show off Ratchet and Clank, every other game seemed to be hampered by the former generation of consoles. Halo maybe could have been different if Microsoft completely removed the restriction of it also having to run on the Xbox One and made it purely a Series X game. I guess we'll start seeing bigger leaps in a few years when they completely drop the old systems.
Is that it?
That's it.
Page 2.
I read the whole thing because that's it.
Fine. No. I actually agree. I agree with most of what he said. Actually,
I don't.
You don't? Which part don't you agree with?
The concept that Sony is the only one competing in a hardware race. I don't think that, as far as anything I've seen, I don't see how the specs between the PS5 and the Xbox.
That's
One
not what
X
he means.
series.
That's not what he means. He means that Microsoft doesn't really care if you buy their new Xbox or their old, to stay with the old Xbox and keep subscribing to Game Pass.
Of course they care. That's stupid.
Well, they care, but they don't care if you buy it right now. I mean, as long as
Yes,
you're in
they
the
do.
do they? I don't know.
Yeah.
They're not making money on those
Is
things.
Xbox going to sell out of their consoles this holiday season?
I would think so.
Sure.
So, yes, they care.
But they're going to sell out, I think.
Or maybe they're just realistic and they know they're going to sell out and they don't want to leave behind the people that can't get one.
Oh. I don't know I don't think there's going to be like shortages. I just think that the supply will be You'll be able to get one if you want one. You'll just have to maybe work a little bit and pay attention and follow at Video Game Deals, most likely. But I think that Microsoft does look at it like that's just, hey, as long as you subscribe, and they're
I
probably
think
going
they
to
look at
build
it the other way around. I think that if they have you locked into their ecosystem, you're more likely to buy the next Xbox than you are to buy the next PlayStation.
Yeah, but I think it's look at like an iPhone. I
That's
don't.
exactly how I was.
But
looking
I don't
at it.
have.
I hate iPhones. I hate owning one. I hate using
Well, 'cause
them.
you feel
It's
locked
the
in.
worst piece of hardware on the market today, and yet I'm stuck to it because I have trapped in this ecosystem of shitty phones.
Shipwreck needs to talk.
I just don't know what he thinks is so bad about iPhones compared to other phones.
I miss
they're pretty
headphone
similar.
jacks.
You miss
Get an old iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
But those aren't water resistant.
get a case.
I miss I don't like the proprietary jacks. There's a lot about iPhones.
But here's the point, though.
What are you plugging it into? There's nothing like I haven't plugged my iPhone into anything. I plug it into my car because I you have to there. They don't have AirPlay wireless in my car.
No, your car is crappy then.
Get a new car when they have AirPlay wireless in it.
Right.
I
don't have that either.
I know. Some cars have it, I've heard.
Meanwhile, my phone now likes to, if I keep it plugged in while I'm driving, maybe just only in the summer, I don't know, but it likes to overheat now when I'm driving. So I'll be driving somewhere. I went to the city like a week ago, and the maps just stopped working because the phone is overheated. It just says like your phone is overheated. Please don't use the phone. And I'm like, I don't know where I am. I just pulled over. But Wombat, the point is, Apple does not care necessarily if you buy the new phone when it comes out, and in that
yes,
month.
They do.
Eventually, you can get the new phone.
They know that not everybody's going to buy the phone, but they know.
But they know that eventually you're going to get another Apple
exactly,
phone.
and Microsoft feels
exactly,
the same way.
And Microsoft. That's exactly what I just said.
Right. But they don't care if you do it right away or in 6 months or a year, as long as you're paying.
But they also know that if you're in there and that's what you're going to do, you're not buying the PlayStation, and that's more important than buying the Xbox Series X this November.
We agree with you.
It's more important to Microsoft.
I don't know what we're arguing about.
I don't know.
We all agree on the same thing, and I'm going to keep yelling, and I'm going to keep pointing because that's what I do.
Right. I think we agree. Actually, we just mostly agree, and it's a good strategy, and Game Pass is a good service, so everybody seems to win. And I think the rumor is that they're going to phase out Xbox Live Gold and just have Ultimate, which includes, maybe they'll make the multiplayer free, basic multiplayer free, and then have an Ultimate that includes Game Pass, just like now. Because as Thorban pointed out, there haven't been any sales on Xbox Live in a while. What do you think of that, Chip?
Sure. They're gonna find something that makes sense for people to subscribe to.
Yeah,
that's
the business model that you want.
Right, that's the business model.
That's it. I mean, even Apple with the iPhone wants to do that with the Apple Arcade.
They do it all kinds of ways.
Yeah,
they've got me for all kinds of subscriptions on Apple.
The mail.
I give them at least $5 a month in extra cloud space.
Yeah, you get the storage. I've got iTunes Match. I've got Apple Music.
Right.
Stupid Apple.
OnlyFans subscriptions.